I'm going to be giving you a tour of my very small sewing room, so if that's something you're interested in, then keep watching. Hi guys, welcome back to the vlog. This is Susie from Thread Quarters. Thanks so much for joining me again today. If you've seen in a fairly recent video, maybe at the start of the year, I did say that I had moved sewing rooms. I did a swap with my son, who was in our little box room, and I had my sewing stuff in sort of our guest room, which was a lot bigger. He got bigger, outgrew the little box room, so I knew the time had come and we had to swap. He absolutely loves having the bigger room, and you know what, I actually prefer how this little box room has turned out for me as well, so it's a win-win for everyone. I'm going to put in at the very beginning as well that I am very fortunate to have my own dedicated space for sewing. I know so many people don't have that, and they sew on the kitchen table or any little space that they can find, and that is brilliant. It's all about finding the space that you have and working with it. So it's just putting that out there to say I am aware that I'm very grateful to have even any space at all to sew. So when I talk about it being small, I'm not complaining at all. In fact, as I just said, I actually love this space so much. So just to give you an idea of the size of this room, it is roughly 2 meters by 2.25 meters, or kind of 6.5 foot by 7 foot. So that's just to give you a rough idea of the space that I'm going to show you. A lot of the furniture that is in this room was previously in my other room, so I don't know how I did it, but I managed to fit most of it in here. My husband did build a custom sized desk for this space with really amazing features in it, so I can't wait to share that with you. If you would like to see my previous sewing room, I'll put a link down below in the description box there. I did have some issues with the sound of that recently, so apologies if there are issues with that video. A lot of the way that I store things hasn't changed. For example, how I store my fabric in the drawers and things, that's exactly the same. If you want to see an older video of my stash, it's changed a little bit, but the way that I actually store it is the same. Again, I'll put that in a link down below. It's very KonMari, everything's folded in a way that when you pull out the drawer you can see all the fabric, and I absolutely love it. It totally changed the way that I store my stash, and I've been doing that for about 3 years now, and it's brilliant. Again, I'm not going to show you in details how I store my patterns and all that sort of stuff, particularly my PDF patterns that have been printed out. Again, I do have a video on how I do that, so that'll be in the description box too. So enough chat, let's get on with the video. If you'd like to see this room before I add the decorations and the storage solutions, then there'll be a link down below to a video of when I first moved into this room. But this is what it looks like now. So this is a custom desk that my husband made to fit that space perfectly. The blinds there will make it a bit dark now and again. I have a mirror on the wall here, and then just a close-up here of this is from the kitchen section of Ikea, but I've got all my little sewing bits and bobs here: seam ripper, point turner, seam gauge, that's for my overlocker, these are my snips and some extra needles and whatnot, and here I've got marking tools in this pot, and then some scissors. quite a collection there, although I always want more. Over on the desk I have a wire basket that I keep my indie patterns in. They're just too pretty to hide away somewhere, and I just think they look lovely out on display. I have clipboards at the back there that really need to get put on the wall, haven't done that yet. And then this is my thread storage that I've put up on the wall. Sorry, it's a bit dark. I just picked that up off eBay. And here is the storage that my husband built me. I have 2 drawers in this custom built desk that I store my overlocker and down below my sewing machine, and they are literally built to fit each machine perfectly. If I change machines I do have a problem, but anyway. And then unfortunately I did need more storage space, so this is a chest of drawers from Ikea, and I just have little bits and bobs that I need at hand a lot of the time. You can just sort of see for yourself what's in there. Yeah, lots of little bits and bobs. So back up on the top of the desk I have my computer that I use all the time, so I couldn't take it out of this room. And then on this wall I have a lot of storage. These shelves were here when we moved in, so we just kept them, and they keep my boxes perfectly. I've got small scraps and large scraps of fabric in those ones. I have PDF patterns in there, and then these are like actually like gifts, Christmas gifts and stuff like that. Burda magazines in there, some more magazines, and sewing reference books. These are my UFOs, more UFOs, and then this is stuff I need to fix. And then my printer, again very important for PDF patterns and whatnot. And then here I have a hook on the wall where I hang my measuring tapes. And now we come to another quirky bit of the desk that my husband built for me. As you can see, it goes right up to these drawers. These are Ikea drawers. But he has built me a little flap that I can put down if I want to get into the drawers. So I'm just showing you how I do that right now. And now I can pull them out enough to get in the stuff. I mean, I can't pull them out the full way, but it is enough for me. So I'll just quickly show you what I have in these drawers. There's my commercial patterns in the top two drawers here. There's more information and a closer look at these drawers in another vlog that I've previously done, so do check that out in the description box below. There'll be a link. Down here is my fabric stash, neatly folded, KonMari style. All the way down there is more fabric. Here is a bit of a junk drawer, or a little some scraps. It is wrapping stuff, but it's a bit messy, so you're not seeing everything in detail. Oh look, more glorious fabric. And then these two drawers here are sewing notions, but it's messy. It used to be tidy, so again, check the other video for that. And now on to one of my favourite little spots of the room, hidden behind the door. I have lots of storage. Yeah, I am so pleased with this. So I have my iron neatly mounted on the wall, and then here I have wrapping paper, and that's my pattern paper back there. And here on a hook is a little sleeve ironing board, and down here these are spice racks from Ikea, and in the pots I have things like buttons, my sewing machine needles. These are hooks and snaps and eyelets and things like that. Up here I have safety pins and lots more buttons. And yeah, just love it. And then on the back of the door I have some hooks over the door, and I hang my mini ironing board and also an UFO. And then here is my blue wall that you see in my vlogs. I've got some decoration up there, is fabric in embroidery hoops, and that's just some boards and things that I use. As you will see, behind this one is, ta-da! It's the light switch for the room that I've hidden so that you don't see it in the vlogs. It also hides a bit of bad painting, so please ignore that. And these are just hung on command hooks, I think they're called. And then this is my inspiration board. I have a vlog all about that. I will link below, and they are just hung on it's hung on some little nails that I've painted blue, again, so you can't see them in the vlog. It went a bit out of focus, so sorry about that. And then down here is a folding table, again from Ikea. A lot of stuff is from Ikea, and I'll now show you how I transform this into a working space. So first I get my machines out of their drawers. I'm just going to get the sewing machine out this time. That chair is too big for this room, I do realise that. I need to get a smaller one, but it'll do for now. until I save up. And then I will lift up these sides of the table. It is on casters, which my husband has done, so I can move it around a lot more easily. Let me know if you want a closer look at what my husband has done to this table. And then I have an extension lead down below that I can plug my machine into, and I've just set up my iron as well. And here we have my sewing space all set up. So here we have my sewing machine, and beside me I have this mini iron on the desk. It was super handy for pressing while I'm sewing. And then I have this space for working extra wee bits on. And then I have these drawers with things that I need close to hand. So that's my bobbins and pressing ham, and those are from my overlocker. And it's a bit of a tight squeeze to get this bad boy back in, but he does fit. And down below my sleeve roll and other things. Lots and lots of things. So one of the things I asked my husband to do was to raise up this brown table so that when it's up, it's the same height as this desk. As you can see, with that flap up, I now have space all the way along here from one side to the other. It's really, really fantastic. And here's where I put my overlocker if I am working on it as well. And then this is where the hanging bits come into play, because they're easy for me to reach when I'm working. And now I'll show you what this is like if I'm doing maybe cutting out patterns or that sort of thing. I have literally all of this space, the full length of the table all the way onto the desk there, so I could move that stuff away if it's getting in the way. And then of course I have the space to the right of me as well. I absolutely love how much space this has given me. I actually feel like I have so much more space than in my previous room, and the computer, because it's so flat, it really doesn't take up much space either anyway. And again, my tools are close to hand. I've got things here that I would use for working on patterns or cutting out fabric and whatnot. And then you can see, as I said, I've got a mirror on my wall here. It just really does open up the room. I don't mind at all that it's reflecting those boxes and things behind me. It really does make the room feel so much larger. It's hard to show in the video, but it transforms it immensely. Well, I really hope you enjoyed that little tour of my room. If there is anything in the tour that you would like a closer look at, then please do let me know. I could add it into one of my future vlogs. That's no problem at all. Any questions about anything or where I might have bought something that I haven't linked down below, again, put that in the comment down below and I will try and get back to you and answer all your questions and queries. The room was lovely and tidy for the video. It's not like that most of the time. Believe me, there's stuff piled up everywhere. Sometimes the size of the room is a little bit of a squash, and it's just something that I have to put up with, and it's okay. Keeping it tidy definitely does help. Anyway, as always, please do give me a thumbs up. Please do subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to be notified of when I upload again, then hit that bell down there. And until next time, guys, bye.